up, YouTube? This is All Things Quick. We need to take a left here. Today we are buying a new car, a mystery car. Got it for a really good price, and I already went through and got the ownership and the key and stuff like that and the bill of sale. We're just coming here with some jumper cables and a battery. This is our dream car right here. This is a 2001 BMW 330i. It's a rear wheel drive, and we got it for a super good price. So I'm just gonna boost this with my wife's car here and then get driving this car home. This guy lives out in BC, and so we're just picking this thing up quick just to get some things done to it and then hopefully sell it to someone who can enjoy it. So this is something that's going to fund the build that I'm doing with the 330xi and the 325xi. The battery's obviously dead, nothing's functioning. Even like that stuff should work without the key, right? The unlock of the door, the four ways, you know, stuff like that should work. Going for a good price, so hopefully I can get rid of it for an even better price after we fix a couple things. So I guess I got another E46, third one this year, thanks to my beautiful wife for driving me and enabling me to get stuff like this. Just getting my wife to come here closer. There you go. Come. Keep coming, come. All right, good. All right, just gonna get this thing boosted now. Pop the hood. Kidney grills need to be changed. That's okay. All right, let's see if we can't boost this thing. All right, let's see if this has some power. There you go. Got some spark. That's good news. Just gonna check the oil here, make sure that it's at somewhat of an appropriate level. It's not terrible actually. Try this again, see where it's really at. That's not bad, but I'm gonna add a little bit more in there. Okay, just gonna put some oil in here, just a wee bit, just about half or so, and that's about it. That's all I'm doing. Okay, the coolant too, make sure we're not gonna overheat on our way there. And the coolant level is high. That's good. You can tell when this thing pops back up that it actually is filled. So this is a good sign. All right, let's see if this car can have some power. Hey, there we go. No. No, don't need copyrights. Okay, I'm just gonna try one more time. No, she's not going. She's not going. Dang, windows work and everything. Look at here. Isn't that crazy? All the windows work. Wow. Everything's working. That's awesome. Let's turn this off. Radio off. No, she's not going. New battery. I'll open this up and get a new battery in here. Okay, I got that bracket out. Let's take the battery out, put this new battery in, and here we go. There we go. Now we got some sufficient power. Just tighten this thing back up right quick. So we got a new battery in, got a rear plate on. So now got the plates, got the battery in. I'm gonna try to crank this thing over. Shoo-wee. Doesn't want to idle. There it goes. Maybe a mass airflow sensor. I bet it's a mass airflow sensor. I bet you that's what it is. Alright, so I think that's a mass airflow sensor. That's wrong with that. Just gonna shut this, and then I'm gonna try to just keep the RPM up and then try to drive this thing. So I got this car running and driving, but it has a massive hole in the air intake boot, and so I thought it was a mass airflow sensor, but it is just an air leak that's causing it to act as if there was a thing wrong with the mass airflow sensor, because it's kind of lagging behind a little bit, but that's because it's trying to suck in air after the MAF sensor. I'm trying to get this home right now. I don't like to drive it like this, but I have to because I don't have any replacement parts, so that's why it's idling so rough like that. Yeah, so my phone died, so I didn't actually get a chance to record what I was doing. I just went home, I dropped off a couple things, and I just jumped in my truck. I have to go back to my mom's, get the air intake boot, because there's a huge massive rip in this air intake boot, and it was causing the car to idle super rough, right? And I'm gonna go there, grab a boot from one of the cars or from the shelf or something, and I'm gonna bring a mass airflow sensor for a 330, and then I'm gonna go back there and I'm gonna slap that in in. I'm gonna scan it. I'm gonna delete the code that's on it, and then I'm just gonna see if I can't run it and get it home. All right, so I'm literally back at my mom's. This is the second time today that I've been back here. So I just got back to my mom's place here, and I need to see which car actually has these cables in here. Okay, see if the cables are in here. I guess I could have just looked, eh? Cables are not here. Okay, I'm gonna try this car, see if there's, there they are. Cables, buddy. Cables and dog treats. Nice. So here they were. But man, I had to drive all the way across the city just to get this cable from this car. I need a mass airflow sensor and I need a intake boot. I just want you guys to know for reference, I live on the complete opposite side of the city. So for me to hike it over here, you know, twice in one day just to get a couple things, it sucks. So all for the content. I think I might see. I think I might have a boot up here, or maybe I don't. Maybe all my boots are torn apart. There's one. That's not the piece that I need. Maybe I'll bring that piece just in case. That actually looks, this is the piece that I need. So the other one has a huge rip right in this part right here. I'm gonna take this with me, and I'm also gonna take a mass airflow sensor. I'm gonna bring both of these just in case there's some kind of leak that I can't see in there. I don't want to risk not having parts, so I'm taking everything with me. This is a mass airflow sensor from the 3-liter motor that came out of the 330 XI. I'm gonna take this with me too. Hopefully it didn't get drenched in the rain. I might need that as well. Oh no, she looks good. Yeah, I'm gonna take this with me too. So hopefully that will solve a problem if I'm having an issue with the MAF. So literally as I was saying that, I forgot that the two intake boots were different for a 3-liter and for a 2.5 liter. And that one is a 3-liter, but those boots over there are for a 2.5. So good thing I noticed that. So this has to come off too. And I had to bring this with me. So this is actually the combo that I'm gonna go with. This intake boot for the 330, and I'm taking the MAF with me just in case. Those ones might bring one of those bottom boots just to make sure that everything's legit, just in case the other one's cracked, because I didn't take too good of a look at it. All right, so I'm just pulling back up. Finally got to the car again, and I'm hoping that I can get this thing running and running well. We'll see. When I was driving it, it didn't have any power steering, so I'm also going to fill that up too, and maybe there's a leak, but at least I'll fill it. Okay, pop the hood again. These kidney grills need to get replaced, but I will do that later. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this little nipple. This is for the fuel pressure regulator, but it needs to come off. So this thing's broken anyways, so it doesn't matter to break it some more. This goes to the fuel pressure regulator. This boot off's got a massive rip in it. I might have to take that DISA valve off too. So you can see here, this whole thing was severed. This was the only part that it was hanging on by. It wasn't going through the mass airflow sensor. So now I just need to take off this bottom part here and then reattach this section here. And I brought my MAF with me so I can just plug it in because I know that this one's good. Okay, so I just took this off. The rest of the whole boot was completely ripped and it was like that. So it wasn't idling, wasn't doing nothing. I'm just gonna put this boot in here. Looks like it's okay. I kind of looked at it. Doesn't look like anything is ripped or severed in there. So I'm just gonna stick this thing in here. I'm gonna take the mass airflow sensor off. 2 clips at the back here. Okay, so just in case that MAF is bad, I don't know if it is or not, I'm gonna put this guy in here. All right, that's on. I'm gonna tighten this guy up to see if I can't. Without taking off the DISA valve, it's so tough to get in these spots. I'm gonna put this mass airflow sensor on, tighten this guy down, plug the MAF back in, put it back into the intake here, and fuel pressure regulator back in. Hopefully that solves all of my problems right now. Okay, now I'm gonna see if this thing starts and if it idles. Hopefully it does. So I'm just plugging in my OBDII. I'm just gonna scan these codes to see what it actually is, and then I'm gonna delete the codes, and then I'm gonna start this car and see if getting rid of whatever it is will solve the problem here. All right, well this doesn't look good, but we'll see. It says 11 codes. Engine, read codes. Let's cross our 7 codes. Let's cross our fingers here. Hopefully it's not bad. All right, misfire detected with low fuel. Okay, no problem. Random multiple cylinder misfire detected. Okay, system O2 sensors. O2 sensors. Maybe there is a coil problem. Hopefully I can drive this thing. Erase codes. Moment of truth. Well, it's running a lot nicer, that's for sure. And let's see if we can get a misfire code to come back. Sounds like it's misfiring, but it's not coming up with a fault code, so that's good news so far. Okay, we got RPMs up nicely. The oil light, yeah, that's fine, but I filled the oil up, so that might just be an oil sensor light that's coming on, but no misfires so far, no fault codes yet. I'm just gonna rip on some live data here real quick and just see some things, and then we're gonna pull off because this feels completely fine. Okay, so
do you need these?
Hey, yeah, we'll use those. Those are fuses. Those are always good. Okay, so let's go for a complete data set and we'll just check this out. I want to see, because it was saying that it was system bank 2 lean, so let's see what's going on here. We have our load percentage, that looks good. Engine coolant temp 63. That light actually went away. There was a coolant light in there that said that the coolant was low, but that seems to be inaccurate. Coolant temp seems fine. Almost at operating temps. RPMs, consistent. Vehicle speed, hopefully that works. Intake air temperature, that's working. We have our mass airflow sensor that we just changed, so that one you can see here. Yeah, our O2 sensors, actually, they seem like they're okay. I don't know why it was saying that it was... Oh, I know why. Okay, so that's great. So everything checks out. Because of the rip in the air intake boot, there was a lot more air going through the engine, so it was reading system 2 lean because it wasn't going through the MAF, so more air was going into the O2 sensors than necessary. Everything checks out. It's good. No fault codes. Everything's fine. We're at operating temps right now. I'm just watching to make sure we're not overheating, but it looks like it's good. Let's go back to our engine coolant temps. All right, so our engine coolant temps are 78 still, so it's not climbing past half. I just want to make sure that it's not going to overheat on my way home. 80. I'm just going to leave that for a minute, but everything seems like it checks out. Gonna add some power steering fluid and then we're on our way. All right, so I'm not sure that I think this takes ATF, but we'll see. It takes ATF. I don't know why. Like, that's a lot of fluid in there. I don't know why the steering's so stiff. Gonna have to check that out. Maybe there's a clog in the line or something. I don't know what's going on. Okay, so our engine coolant temps are 91, but I'm not sure. I'm actually gonna keep this plugged in while I'm driving, but I just don't want her to overheat, because if that's the case, that's bad news. But that warmed up really quickly, so slightly concerning. The engine's running, the MAF works, everything's good, and it sounds a lot nicer and a lot smoother. So that solved that problem. So we're good to go to drive home now. So we're at 97. I don't like that, but I'm gonna get going right now and try to get this car home. The steering's super stiff. I don't know what's up with that. Power steering loss of something, or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I'll have to flush the system and see what's up with that. 96, looks like it's not bad. So I've taken this car down the road now. I hate the steering. Like, that is an immediate thing I'll have to figure out. The ECT is a little high here, but other than that, I mean, I don't have any fault codes anymore. I just got this little windshield washer thing that comes up. Yeah, misfire is gone. Everything's running great, man. Like, look, it's still got some pick up and go. Yeet! Still gotta go. Okay guys, I just got this car back here, and the thing about this car is just that the back window doesn't go up. I'm gonna have to change the window regulator on this thing. I'm just gonna pull the battery out of this thing for now, just so that if somebody feels like they want to get something for free, they're gonna have a really hard time getting to it, and I'd like to deter thieves as much as I could so that they can't take my stuff. I'll come back and I'll fix the stuff after, but the car is mint. The car runs good, drives good the whole way here. I might have to do a coolant flush, and I might have to do a power steering flush, maybe do a power steering replacement, like a power steering pump, but otherwise the car runs awesome, man, and I'm really happy with it. So this is the end of that video. If you like that video, definitely subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, you should check out my other videos. We're doing a whole series on building a BMW E46 from stock to 750 wheel horsepower, so definitely check that out. There's a Discord channel that we have as well, a Discord server. Check that out. The link will be in the description. Give the video a like and definitely let us know what you thought about this, and we'll see you in the next one. See you later.